take a look at this interesting problem today. This is a very easy problem and a fairly simple problem. So today we are given a linked list. Our objective is to reverse it. Okay? Okay. Now we are given the head. Now our objective is to reverse the linked list. So as we all know, the logic is fairly simple. So let's get to the logic right away. So the logic is fairly simple. As we see now here, this is a node of a linked list. This node has two things, a value and a next pointer. Okay, the values will be 1. The next pointer will point at the next node. Okay, this is how a linked list works. Every node has a value and a next pointer, correct? So you see in the reverse linked list, see now the next pointer of 2 is pointing to 3, but in the reverse linked list the next pointer of 2 is pointing to 1. Okay, it's pointing to the previous thing. This next pointer is pointing to this thing, and the next pointer of 3 is pointing to 2, next pointer of 4 is pointing to 3, and next pointer of 5 is pointing to 4. So the idea is we don't need to change any value here. We just need to change the next pointer around. Okay. So now to change the next pointer, we have a simple fair logic. We'll have 2 pointers. Okay. One's going to be my previous and one's going to be my current pointer. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to each and every single time I'm going to start from this page. What I'm going to do is, every single time I'm going to store the next pointer of my current pointer, the original value, in a temporary variable. Okay, temporary variable. So this next pointer will be saved. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to change the next pointer of this current to the previous. Okay, similarly, so I already have my stored temp value, correct? So what I'm going to do is, with this stored value, I'm going to go to the next, I'm going to move my current to the next one. So current will be now here. Now as similar, I'll store the next value in a temporary variable called t, and I'll just move my my next pointer of this variable to the previous one. I'll move my previous here. Okay, this is the logic. It's fairly simple. So let's get coding right away. Okay. Okay. Here, the first thing we have to do is initialize our pointers. So our pointers are going to be at, let's say we'll have the next and previous, right? So I'll have my current equal to my previous, which will know. I want my previous pointing at my head. So previous should be pointing at head pointer, and I want my current pointer pointing at my head. No, what I'll do is, I'll have my current pointer pointing at my head dot next. Okay. Okay. So now the next thing that we're going to do is, we're going to loop through while. I have to loop through while my current pointer should not be null. It should have a value. No, I should loop through my current pointer should not be null, and my previous pointer dot next should not be null. Okay. So after this, I'll have my temporary variable to store the current dot next, and then I will move my current dot next to my previous, and I'll move my previous to current. No, I'll move my previous to previous dot next, which will be current, right? So just put it as current, and then I'll move my current to temp. Okay, looks good. Okay. After it exited, I just do have to return something. function. Okay, one simple mistake here. First value, the previous should be none, because the first pointer here in our description, the first pointer here will be pointing to null. Okay, the last pointer here. So initially the first pointer here, the first one, right? So here 5 is the, in our reverse array 5 is the first one, right? Here this 5 dot next will usually be pointing to null. This one, that's why we have to point it to null. So previous should be first none and current should be head. So we have to start from here, one step back, and the condition should be, we just have to, it's enough to just check if the current is not equal to none. We have to run this loop until the current is not equal to none. At the last, the previous node will have the head element, head node of our reversed linked list. Okay, so as we all know, when we submit the problem, all the test case passed. Okay.